Howdy everyone, Discerning Shootist here. Sorry, my table's longer than my arms. And I just got back, well I didn't just get back, it was last weekend. I went to Millersburg, Ohio, nice private range out there, training facility for active response trainings. Greg Illifritz's Snubby class. And Snubby class is, there's a diehard group of them, but there are fewer and fewer people teaching this stuff because of stuff that have been learned over the last decades and almost a year, century. A lot of people don't do them anymore. Matter of fact, most police agencies don't really. If they issue a backup gun, it's a Glock 26 or something like that. So anyway, here I am, my two guns, I'm cleaning them. And actually, I've recently, from what I learned at his training, I actually put that to the test yesterday at the range. A couple things. What I have here is, you'll see this little grip adapter. I'll put it over there so you can see it. See that? I didn't have those until a couple days ago. So I took the class without them. And when I was going through that and learning instruction, there was two things that were going on. And so one was about how I was holding the gun and how I was manipulating the trigger. Now they can be two separate things. Now in my case, I learned in the class that it was one and the same. That, and talking with Greg, and it's like, hey, you should probably get a grip adapter. And it is. It's not the same as an overmolded grip from Hogue, Pacmar, whoever. It really is really narrow. It still fits in my pocket, still use the same pocket holster. It's really comfortable. But it has changed the direction where my finger goes. So I used to be up here like this, and you can see you lever it, you shoot down. Well, now with this grip, you can see it's much more parallel to the bore. And my accuracy has improved greatly. And if you follow his blogs at all, I was the guy with the Charter Arms off duty, did the Smith & Wesson J-frame, and my Comp 1 speed loaders, which are first gen, don't fit this one. They're designed for this gun here, the Smith & Wesson J-frame. Actually, Chief's about mile 36. So it didn't work with that. Speed strips were great. I had no malfunctions. I ran over half the class with this gun. Still super accurate. So it's stainless steel, and it's essentially bulletproof. Charter Arms, you got to be wary what you buy for it. But what's unique about this gun is that, and I've done videos on this in the past, is like really to get it open, you have to pull the ejector rod all the way out. It's actually a full-length ejector rod, so I don't have any problems with empties hanging up. And I'll put this up here for comparison. See the ejector rod there, and the ejector rod there. There we go, it's perfect. Notice the difference, it's almost a half an inch. It probably looks about half an inch longer. So you get a full stroke out, you get your empties out. Empties hang up in this quite frequently, so it gets hot and sticky. But this is a much easier gun for me to shoot. Chances are, I shouldn't say that, I'm more effective with this gun out to 25 yards. I've actually, with the BK grip adapter and following Greg's toolage, headshots at 25 yards are now a doable thing. So not with this gun here. Now the trigger's a little different. It's got groove face trigger, which I prefer actually. But really what the difference is this one's probably got 5,000 rounds through it. And this one's probably got 1,000 rounds through it. So, there's a big difference in wear and there. Oh, and this has wolf springs in it because I had wolf springs put in it, 1,000 or so rounds ago, where this one has not had that done to it yet. So, and it was a fabulous class. Obviously I'm putting to use what I've learned. I highly recommend it, and actually I hope he does it. So Greg, if you're watching, I hope you do it again next year at the same time. I thought the weather was great for being a northern Michigan boy. It was a little bit humid, it wasn't super hot, not like the heat we're having here in northern Michigan this week. A little bit of rain, but it was all good. But I look forward to doing it again, not only to see how I've improved in my skill set, but also to reinforce some new and good behavior. But chances are it might be the last class, so hey, if it's not, or if you're looking for a tutor, Greg, or someone to take on the torch, carry on the torch, I'm your guy. Sorry. Anyway, this is Discerning Shootist. We're talking about the Snubby Revolver class. If you can take one from Greg, I highly recommend it. I learned a lot, and I've been carrying Snubbies a long time. So, be good, be safe, and if you can't be safe, be good and dangerous.